Vote for Carlton, House Seat 15 in 2024. All right. Today is what, Tuesday? Yeah, we're going to go do the Mayor of North Charleston debate thing shortly. All right. The reason I'm coming on here, I want to talk to you about parental rights. One of the things I've been thinking about since going to the Charleston County delegation meeting yesterday, here's the issue. And this is about parental rights. Right now in our schools, there are books in the schools that are horrific. Give me an example. The book Sold. Look it up for yourself. SOLD. Sold. I cannot even post the screenshot of one of the pages. It's that bad. So this is the way I look at it. The book Sold describes a girl from Nepal that was sold into sex slavery because her parents were poor. And the book describes an adult man raping her. And why is it rape? It's statutory rape. It's a child, very young child. And it describes all the way to penetration and, losing her virginity in a horrific manner. Now, this is what I'm proposing. That's one book of many. The reason I'm proposing this, and a lot of people are going to say, well, you're banning books. No, I'm not banning books. The question should be, why do you want to put this sexuality stuff onto our children? Like, if you rip that same page out of Sold and you had it published in a Playboy or Hustler magazine, and then you handed that article out of the magazine to a child, you would be arrested. So here's my suggestion. And so far, I haven't found anybody that disagrees with me. What do we have for movies right now? Movies are rated PG, PG-13, rated R. That means anybody under 17 can't see it. We need to rate our books. We need to have G-rated books. We need to have PG-13 books. And then we need to have rated R books. And they need to be rated just like other stuff. Because, and here's my point of doing this. Because we want to give parents the right to know what their children are being taught. And books need to be put in a classification based on sexual descriptions. Like that book Sold. You could tell that story without getting that graphic. And that's one book of many. There are tons and tons of books that are on the shelves promoting the transitioning of a child from a boy to a girl, from a girl to a boy. Let me explain why I think this is wrong. When I was growing up, I had this next door neighbor named Katrina. She was the biggest tomboy you've ever met. Like literally all the boys thought she was a boy, the way she acted. Now in this day and age, before I get into this day and age, so anyway, she ended up growing up. But when we were younger, she beat all the boys in racing bicycles, and I mean, it was insane how athletic she was. So, but now she grew up to be this really tall, beautiful, attractive blonde. And once puberty hit, when she was around 12 or 13, everything changed. She didn't want to be a boy, didn't want to be a tomboy anymore. So my example is when a child is, before they hit puberty, they might think they want to be a girl to a boy or a boy to a girl. But once puberty hits, things change. Your attitude changes. And currently there are multiple children who transition, and then now they're young adults in their 20s that are coming out saying they wish they had never done it, and it has destroyed their bodies. They had double mastectomies because of taking hormones. They're talking like a man, and they want to be a woman now and have children. The way I look at this is all that stuff needs to, we need to focus on reading, math, arithmetic, history, that kind of stuff, teaching our children. We don't need to focus on having teachers, what is your pronoun? Like, come on, man. And another thing that I was thinking about in education, this is one thing I learned. You see this, I got some dirt on my fingers. I've been cleaning. I was inducted in the Cutco Salesman Hall of Fame. One of the biggest things I've ever learned from selling Cutco, and it says Hall of Fame, is if you want to be successful, find someone that is a success, figure out what they did, and just do it. Okay, so let's take that same principle that Cutco taught me a long time ago into our school districts. Wait a second. So we're having this big issue right now with the superintendent in Charleston County. How about we figure out what is the number one school district in the United States for education? Or even the number one state. I heard Florida's up there pushing number one. Well, let's figure out what they are doing, the other school districts, and let's just do that. That is so simple. Like, that's what I did. And then what I did was critique it a little bit to make it my own. And then I went out and kicked everybody's behind in sales and became the number one champion selling kitchen knives with $20,000. And go on my experience page, or go on the Hall of Fame page and watch the 4 videos. It'll last about 25 minutes. That's how we improve our education. So I want to give parental rights back to the teach, or to the, not the teachers. Give parental rights or the decisions back to the parents. We need to classify our books for the schools. Rated G, PG-13, rated R. Those all need to be classified. Right now, there is no classification system that I'm aware of in the libraries, in the public libraries or classrooms, and that needs to happen. And start classifying these books, because then the argument will stop about, oh, well, they're giving this sexual book to a child. Wait, no. That's got to stop, man. That's got to stop, because it's a crime. If you give a child, any child under the age of 18, if you give them some pornographic stuff, that is a crime. So let's nip this in the bud. Let's start classifying our books. And that is an idea this guy came up with. As far as I am aware, no one else has said that. So, and as far as making Charleston County and Berkeley County school districts number one, let's figure out what is the number one school district in the United States, wherever it is. I don't care if it's a liberal or Democrat or a Republican or conservative or independent. Let's figure out what they're doing to educate these students and to bring up the levels. And once we figure it out, let's just do that. What are they doing? It's that simple. That's how you end up going from a rep that was like, didn't start off the great, to being a rep in the Hall of Fame with 11 diamonds on your finger. Let's be number one. I am not saying this to brag, but anytime and every time in life that I've wanted to do something or be someone, I've always been number one. Always. I don't lose. And I want to take this same mentality to help in Berkeley County and Charleston County school districts when I'm elected as your representative for District 15. And as far as District 15 goes, my slogan is put me in, coach, because if you come to me in District 15 or outside of District 15 and you have an issue, you are my coach. I'm going to listen to you. Now, I might not always agree with what you have to say, and I'm going to do my homework and I'm going to do my research, but that's the type of representative that I will be. And you can take that one to the bank. And I'm going to leave you with this every time I'm sitting in my chair doing homework. And it says, Daddy. Daddy's awesome. Awesome. Doing good stuff. Daddy is the best. You are a good daddy. All right. See ya.